Hey everyone, I'm Irene M. Auman and today I'll be presenting an overview of major classical and modern art movements, including their key proponents, historical context, belief, and one artwork that represent each movement. Classical movements and techniques. Naturalism. Proponents Caravaggio. Flourishing context emerged in the late 16th to 17th century in Europe, especially Italy, influenced by the desire to portray life truthfully during the Renaissance and Baroque period. Beliefs and practices. Belief that art should show realistic appearances and emotions and everyday life. A focus on accurate details, natural lights, and lifelike human figures. Artistic interpretations examples. Caravaggio's The Calling of St. Matthew used dramatic lighting and realistic expressions. Shows ordinary people in a real natural settings true to the ideals of naturalism. Humanism. Proponents Leonardo da Vinci. Flourishing context developed during the Renaissance 14th to 16th century in Italy, a result of renewed interest in Greek and Roman philosophy and the importance of human potentials, belief and practices, emphasized human dignity, relationality, and individuality. Art celebrates the beauty of the human body and the value of knowledge. Artistic interpretations. Example, Leonardo's Vitruvian Man illustrates the perfect proportions of the human figures, reflect the humanist belief in reason, anatomy, and human perfection. Fresco painting. Proponents Michelangelo. Flourishing context. Popular during the Renaissance in Italy. Used extensively in churches and palaces. Beliefs and practices. Techniques of applying pigment onto wet plaster so the painting becomes part of the wall. Ideal for large murals and religious scenes. Artistic interpretations examples. Sistine Chapel ceiling demonstrates mastery of fresco techniques with vibrant colors and strong figures, shows religious themes combined with classical beauty. Tempera painting. Proponents Sandro Botticelli. Flourishing context. Common during the Middle Ages and early Renaissance in Europe. Artists use it before oil painting becomes popular. Beliefs and practices. Made by mixing pigment with egg yolk produced smooth matte surface and delicate details. Artistic interpretations. Examples Botticelli's The Birth of Venus. Fine lines and soft colors reveals the tempera techniques reflect mythological themes and idealized beauty. Oil painting proponents Jan van Eyck. Flourishing context developed in Northern Europe during the 15th century. Became the dominant medium during the Renaissance. Belief and practices allows rich colors, details, textures, and slow drying time for blending, favored for realistic portraits and dramatic lighting. Artistic interpretations example Arnolfini portraits shows precise details, fabric mirror light reflects the deep and realism oil paint can achieve. Modern art movements. Impressionism. Proponents Claude Monet. Context France late 19th century. Beliefs capturing light, colors, and momentary impressions. Artwork Impressions, sunrise, quick brushstroke, and glowing light. Post-Impressionism proponents Vincent van Gogh. Context France 1880s to 90s. Beliefs Emotional expressions, bold colors, and symbolic meaning. Artwork, starry night, swirling lines, and expressive movements. Cubism, proponents. Pablo Picasso, context. Paris, early 90s. Beliefs, breaking object into geometric shapes, multiple viewpoints. Artwork, Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, angular forms and abstract faces. Fauvism, proponents. Henri Matisse, context. France 1905, beliefs, wild expressive colors, simplified forms, artwork, woman with a hot, bright, non-naturalistic colors. Expressionism, proponents. Edvard Munch, context. Germany and Northern Europe, early 90s, beliefs, emphasized emotions, anxiety, and inner experience, artwork, the scream, distorted lines, and dramatic color. Dadaism, proponents, Marcel Duchamp, context, World War I era, 1916, Switzerland's beliefs, anti-art, rejecting logic and traditions, artwork, fountain, ordinary urinal used as art to provoke thoughts. Surrealism proponents Salvador Dali, context 1920s in Europe, beliefs, dream, imaginary, subconscious mind, artwork, the persistence of memory, melting clocks symbolizing dreamlike reality. Pop art proponents Andy Warhol, context 1950s to 60s, UK and USA, beliefs, celebrated mass media consumerism and pop culture, artwork, Marilyn Dietrich, repeated celebrity image from media. The movement that resonates with me the most is Impressionism because it captures the beauty of ordinary movement through lights and colors. Its soft, natural style feels calming and reminds me that simple movement in life can be beautiful when viewed from different perspectives.